Now, actually, there was a need for a change in the quality focus, because until the 1990s, the industry had always taken a quality by QC approach. So the idea that you tested a certain proportion of the products you produced. Now, whether those products were tablets and medication in various forms, or whether those products were patients within a clinical trial, you tested a certain proportion of them before you actually released anything to make sure that those were, if those were okay, then you assumed that the rest was okay. But that quality focus that was based on QC was replaced, actually not just in the pharmaceutical industry, but across various industries within the sort of manufacturing functions. It was replaced by a quality by design approach. And certainly that was across all sections of the pharmaceutical industry once we got into the 21st century. Quality by design aims to ensure that you've got all the processes in place so that you ensure that what you're producing will actually be up to a certain standard, up to an acceptable standard. And also, as far as pharmaceutical industry is concerned, if you have quality by design approaches when you're actually doing your pilot production of your investigational product, that when you actually need to scale that up, when the product goes into gets a license and actually is released to the market, that actually they will limit the possibility of there being problems in actually doing that scaling up. Finding you can produce something in small quantities for clinical trials, but you can't actually manufacture it in large enough quantities to sell it, is not actually terribly helpful. It improved the consistency in the manufacture and also reduced the likelihood of unexpected product unavailability or withdrawals, which again, you don't want to have products unavailable when you're trying to plan a clinical trial program, and certainly not when you're trying to market it. Although ICH Q8 and Q10 are regulations specifically target at manufacturing, they've got implications for clinical trials, because obviously, as I've said, when new compounds are developed, they go through clinical trials before finally, and the quality of the investigational product is actually pivotal to the final outcome of the trial. If you don't have a good quality investigational product and you aren't sure that all your medications that you're delivering to your subjects in the trial are all of a consistent quality and of consistent content, then actually, of course, your clinical trial data is going to be suspect. Drug development and clinical trial teams always need to ensure that you've got representatives of the clinical trials team within your clinical, the clinical supplies people within your clinical trials team, so that when you have any issues identified during early phase trials that need to be fed back to the manufacturing departments, then that's going to be easier if they've actually been present.